So welcome to the green screen version of 12 Years a Slave. During this time, I'm actually going to analyze what seems like a relatively minor scene in the movie, but actually plays a major role in the interpretation from what actually happened in history versus what happened in the film. So let's watch a little bit of the movie, and I will pause every time that something in the movie gets right or that something in the movie gets wrong. So might be here for a while, so buckle in.
That is our usual employee, the company currently in the city of Washington.
Circus too constricting a word to describe the talented and merry band with which we travel. It is a spectacle unlike most have ever witnessed, of creatures from the darkest Africa, as yet unseen by civilized man, acrobats from the Orient who contort themselves in the most confounding manners.
Okay, so we're gonna stop here. The thing is, they actually do admit that they're part of the circus. They admit full well in the book. That is 12 Years a Slave by Solomon Northup, the protagonist in this film, which this film is based off of. They're okay with being called the circus. And the biggest issue with that being in the movie is that there's this huge spectacular thing that they need an African man, like a dark man, to help with all this. In reality, they don't even mention the words exotic Africa or a spectacle in the little paragraph in this novel to get the point across that he's black. The only thing that they really keep true to that part is the fact that they do need a person to play music, that they do need somebody to like kind of help them. So good job, Hollywood. You got the major minus part right. So let's continue.
And I myself, a native Mr. Brown, an internationally renowned practitioner in the art of prestidigitation.
We are on our way thither to rejoin the company, having left for a short time to make a small profit from our own exhibition.
The reason for our inquiry with Mr. Moon.
Yes, we had just to devil up a time in procuring music for entertainments. Men of true talents are seemingly in short supply.
Thank you, sir.
If we could persuade you to accompany us as far as Washington,
We could give you $1 for each day's services and $3 for every night played at our performances. In addition, we will provide sufficient pay for your return here to Saratoga 2 weeks from today.
Welcome to Washington, Solomon.
Alrighty, so we're gonna stop. They offer money. That's true. They do offer, what is true is the $1 for this and the $3 for that. What is not true is the fact that they are going straight to DC. This plays a huge role, especially in history. In Solomon Northup's account, he actually does state that they're only traveling to different parts of New York to actually Saratoga. So where he is right now, which is pretty interesting. But we're not going to discuss that because that'd be another hour. So with this, they are only going to New York. Only later do they offer to take him to DC. And in that case, they actually had to go through Maryland, which is a slave state. And in this part of the movie, they just show him going straight to DC. They don't acknowledge the fact that he had to go through a slave state in which he probably would have been captured. And they don't acknowledge the fact that DC is also, in a way, not a free state. DC was known for having multiple kidnappers for slaves, where they would take free black men, free black women, kidnap them, convince them that they were slaves, sell them into slavery, and then in most cases they weren't actually brought back to their families. So it's pretty important because in the novel he does attest to, hey, the circus men who were the actual kidnappers provided papers, like we went and got papers. It was cheap, it was quick. I am aware that I'm going to DC. I am aware that I'm going X, Y, and Z, that I do have these risks and I do have these papers. But in the movie, they don't even acknowledge that, which plays a huge role in how we perceive Solomon Northup